Evacuation. Titan alert.
Get out of the building now. This is not Unreal.
The opening Apex sequence with Godzilla attacking the facility becomes really about setting up that Godzilla's not trustworthy anymore.
The massive Titan, once thought to be a hero to humanity, made landfall in Pensacola, Florida.
This film starts after 3 years since the last encounter with the Titans. And Godzilla is on the rampage again. Why, we don't know.
Godzilla saved us. You were there with Mom. You saw it.
Creatures like people can change. And right now, Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people, and we don't know why.
Millie Bobby Brown is sort of leading Team Godzilla in the film.
The character of Madison Russell has grown immensely since Godzilla King of the Monsters. She's fighting for something she believes in very strongly, which is that Godzilla is on our side.
There is something provoking him that we're not seeing here. Why else would Godzilla flash an intimidation display if there wasn't another Titan around?
I think one of the most exciting things about doing a Godzilla movie is being able to take a different approach to Godzilla in the same way that the original films did. The legendary approach has always been sort of that Godzilla is a good guy. You know, he's misunderstood, but he's a good guy.
He sort of is this benevolent, constant, protector of the Earth.
The opening Apex sequence was an opportunity to kind of go back and say, well, this is our version of the bad Godzilla. There's a reoccurring motif in this movie of Godzilla sort of being equatable to Jaws. So even at the beginning of the film, we wanted to treat it more like Jaws approaching the shores. My absolute favorite thing that I was always looking forward to in the movies was Godzilla using his breath. I just thought that was the coolest thing every time you got to see it. And so I ended up pushing that a lot in this movie.
Brian Tyree Henry plays a really fun character in the film named Bernie Hayes, who's a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
For 5 years, I embedded myself inside this company trying to figure out what their game was. And then, boom, Godzilla shows up.
I think the thing I like about Bernie is that even though he is a conspiracy theorist, he's not necessarily wrong. I mean, most of the things that he mentions actually become true, no matter how insane they are. And Brian Tyree Henry really got that from the get-go.
I mean, come on, this is page 1 of the Apex Playing God Handbook. Huh? I mean, the Illuminati running shadow economies ought to fund a hidden colony for the elite in case any of these governments and mega corporations accidentally hit the doomsday button. It makes sense if you think about it.
Yeah. Bernie is kind of this crazy... That's about it. He's just crazy.
He's a champion for mankind, There's something, his heart is so big, he's so lovable, but at the same time, everyone looks at him as a crackpot. I mean, growing a second head could be useful for me. You'll have to let me know, because me, myself, I can barely handle the one I got. Everyone thinks that he's a little bit kooky. Everybody thinks that he's a little bit not right. That cousin you have in your family, like, he can't get right. But honestly, he never moves through life without his intentions being the purest. All right, Matt, down the rabbit hole.
The trio of Madison, Josh, and Bernie, they're all very distinct personalities, but there's a dynamic between them and a rapport that's been great to watch.
They're an amazing team. They work really well together. They complement each other so well. You have the realist, which is Josh. I mean, he's very practical, logical. You need one of those in your group, otherwise you're gonna die.
Are you sure we can trust this guy?
Yeah, why? Well, mainly because he stays crazy all the time and carries a bottle of whiskey from his dead wife like a gun.
And then you have the full go-getter. I am the go-getter. I will throw myself into, if they're scared to go in first, I'll go. I think it's romantic. Woohoo! And Bernie is the knowledge of the group. He really holds a lot of information. He's a conspiracy theorist, so he is extremely intelligent. This is the man who saved our lives. Bernie, meet Dad.
Dad, it's amazing. It happened right now.
I would just like to know what it was like to work with the Godzilla.
Is that what we're filming? Because you told me that this was a rom-com.
It's not a rom-com. I never said that.
That's what she said.
All three of those actors are just hilarious, and they have such great chemistry together, and they're just unbelievably funny. Like when the camera's rolling, when it's not rolling, it's kind of never ending with those guys.
Hey, ugly. It's so nice to be friends with the people you work with.
Brian and Millie, they just bring such laughter, and it's great.
The two of them have actually brought out the wacky side of me, you know what I mean? Like, because we have fun.
Brian is the funniest person ever, you know, me and him. We just have a lot of banter, you know, just a lot of, you know, making fun of each other.
Julian is honestly just a big ball of happiness. Like, he can literally make me laugh in a way that I'm just like, why am I, these teenagers?
Godzilla, he's a diva. Like, he's got the biggest trailer. I don't even know why he needs a big trailer.
The cast has just been unbelievable, behind the scenes and on camera.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
One of the things that I wanted to make sure that we had in the script was a really good, just classic Godzilla attacking people, big, massive crowds running away from them and screaming. And with the opening Apex sequence, I got a lot of that. It is one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.